What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Thursday Night Chat. We're going to be talking some comic books and reviewing them. Before we do that, though, let's hit that intro. All right, let's go ahead and start bringing in our panel. First up, we got Ryan. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm excited to talk about some comics.
Me too. Next up, we got Adrian, Payne 316. What up, dude?
What is going on, everybody? Once again, I am reading books that these guys have suggested, and they have not steered me wrong.
Boom. Last, certainly not least, we got Mark from Legion of Comics. What's up, dude?
Oh, hey, comic fam. What's happening?
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Nice. Before we get any further, though, let's go ahead and remind everyone that our Thursday Night Chat is brought to you by comicbooks_pressing on Instagram. If you ever need any comic books press, make sure you hit up Berk over at comicbook_pressing on IG. He can press any greater tier of book for as little as $12, and make sure you use my promo code BERK54 to get free shipping back to you on your first order. Again, today's Thursday Night Chat is brought to you by comicbook_pressing on IG. A link to his page is in the description of every one of my videos. Lots of people already saying hi in the chat. Start at the top, work my way to the bottom. First up, we got Dave, Mark Spector Comics. What up, dude? Cosmic Campfire, which is now, new guy is now Cosmic Campfire. What up, Ryan?
What's up?
Yeah, I was not an in and out. Sam, the cover collector. What's up,
yeah,
dude?
there's a place called that too, huh?
Yes. Legion of Comics, Mark is here. What up, dogs? How's it going? Magic Lasso. Comic Cade. What up, dude? It jumped on me. Cardboard Crazies. What's up? Got to show off your book here. You got me. We got a $9.99 super chat right off the bat. John Leon, owner over at the 616comics.com. Make sure you check them out. A link to their website is in the description of every single one of my videos. Awesome people. They also are a channel sponsor. They sponsor the monthly Berk box, which we're actually going to be drawing for tonight. Maybe Panda's going to win. Maybe Mark's going to win. I'll show that off here very shortly. We got some sick books that are going to be in there. Thank you, John, for the $9.99 super chat. Make sure everyone checks out the 616comics.com. Awesome channel sponsor. And they also sponsor my friend Adrian Payne 316's Sunday mail call.
Hey.
Oh, shoot. Thank you, John, again. Appreciate that, bro. Martian Manhunter, what up, dude? Freaky Louie, what's up, man? Hey, guys, busy shipping comics, but wanted to drop in and say, dude, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Seriously. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi. Porter's Hide, what's up, Scott? How's it going? Oh, my God, how did I not know this was tonight? It's Thursday. It's in the name. Panda logos, Panda. Hopefully, we're going to get to hang out pretty soon if he decides to actually come to the Crane signing. Have you decided?
Hey, do you hear an echo?
Is it from me?
Probably from you.
Is it only when
I don't hear one?
I don't hear one. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know where it's from then.
Yeah, it was like that one moment, and then it didn't happen again.
Yeah, but I've got a training that I have to do that day, so it's going to be in the morning, and hopefully I can get the rest of the afternoon off.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do.
Just quit your job.
Yeah.
Nick, what's up, man? Hashtag team no sleeves. That's right, no sleeves. I was too busy with the pizza fiasco.
I saw that video earlier, man. That's so terrible, and how people just pack those comic books.
Dude, that is freaking hilarious, man. Like, I feel bad, obviously, but it's pretty funny. Should I show off the Berk box, or should I show that off later?
Up to you.
I don't know.
I was going to say, I know I shouted out Magic Lasso last week because he had like a great thriller of a video. But he also had an awesome video this week. He unboxed and like I think it was a reward. I don't think it was an AOK, but it was like 50 books. And the guy actually went through his CLZ collection or whatever and curated those like 50 books to things that he would enjoy. So it was a really cool video. It's a lot of comics, but there's some really neat stuff in there.
I'm asking if John is still here or not. Put it in the chat. If you're here, John, I want to show off that book from your website that since you are the sponsor of the monthly Berk Box. While we wait to hear from, see if he's still here. What's up, Cindy and TSP? It's time to show off our weekly haul. I will go first, as always. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Nick. See, John is here. Okay, let's go and show off the Berk Box then. We'll show it off again later. We'll draw for it later. So anyone that is in the family tier, which is all of these guys right here, Pulp Fiction, Adrian Payne, Austin 316, Hoarder Side, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Dan Eckery, Collectibles Lounge, Cardboard Crazies, Flash 6792, Deep Dive Comics, Comic Book Poser, Small Town Collectibles, Jonathan Michael, Rimmy Studios, Jade Kuros, Chip Gittler, Slotted Up 503, DJ Links, Kadrana Prince, and of course Legion of Comics. They're all entered to win the monthly Berk Box as being a $9.99 channel member. I mean, this month it's thick. $10. $10. I showed it off to the family tier members and all the channel members the other night. Yeah, dude, it'd be awesome. Oh, yeah. I know. You told me about that the other day. I know, man. All right, so here we go. These are the books that are in this month's Berk Box, which we're drawing for later. First up, Something is Killing the Children, #1, 8th print. This book is kind of hot right now. Got one already for myself. Had to get another one for the Berk Box.
Nice.
I'm waiting for Steve to check his IG. I have not looked yet. I'm sorry. When it's someone else's turn, I'll check that. Harley Quinn #1, the Zerby cover. Got this from the 616comics.com. Thank you again for sponsoring the monthly Berk Box. Let's put these right here. The Joker #1, Mark Brooks cover. Absolutely gorgeous cover. Amazing series by James Tynion IV. Justice League 59, the movie poster cover by
Jim Lee.
I was waiting for Mark to finish my sentence. Berserker #1, the foil cover. Then the rest of these are all 616comics.com exclusives, except for this guy. How to put this in there? Carnage, Black, White, and Blood. Just a beautiful cover here by Gleason. All right, here we go. Batman the Detective #1, Kale New. Goodness here. Just amazing cover.
Fire.
Was #2 good this week?
Yes.
Okay. So are you saying I should have grabbed it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying I'm glad.
I was gonna say he liked
Okay.
the first one, so what did you think he was gonna say?
Nonstop Spider-Man #1, Lucille Perillo cover. Love the purple in the background. Awesome pose right there. Spider-Man's Spider's Shadow #1, Kyle Hawk's Goodness here. Look at that. That is sick. Is this a good story? I haven't read it.
Yes.
I've heard it's good. And last, certainly not least, 10th book in a 10-book box for the monthly Berk Box. We got crossover #5, Megan Hedgehog, Virgin cover.
That's fire right there.
I did hear someone's mic just make some noise. Wasn't mine.
I don't have one.
Okay. Here we go. So that is a monthly Berk Box. We're
It's
going to
all
be
sign
drawing that
language,
later tonight.
gang signs.
Again to 616comics.com for being a channel sponsor and for sponsoring the monthly Berk Box. Make sure you check out the 616comics.com for all the exclusive variants and all your comic book needs. They have awesome Power Ranger covers, awesome Turtles, Spider-Man, all sorts of stuff. Thank you again, John. I appreciate you sponsoring the channel. These are awesome books. I have a feeling I didn't read or buy any of the books you're about. Okay, well, we'll see.
I thought that's the John you were thanking. I was like, wait, what?
How's it going? Absolutely. Thank you, man. Thank you. Seriously. Can't wait for the Patreon box, which if you're not following them, they also have a Patreon. So make sure you get over there and join it for sure. Working on team. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
and they drop stuff like all day, every day too.
You're gonna have to
Like
send
3
me,
at a time.
You're gonna have to send that to me early so I can get a sneak peek. Yes. Dale, what's up? Okay, sorry, it's taking way too long here. Sorry. My read of the week. Future State Gotham #1. Though I do wish it was all color, not just black and white, but still, my read of the week. Great stuff.
It's not just black and white. It's like straight manga, bro.
Justice League Last Ride #1 by Chip Zdarsky. Interesting read here, with one of Mark's favorite characters inside. Well, 2 of his favorite characters.
I love them.
I think they're all his favorite characters.
Might be.
Joker #3 came out this week. I had to get this cover. I think it's a David Finch cover. I don't know. Pretty good story.
They had 3 really solid covers this week.
All 3 of them for Joker 3 were great.
No, there was more than that. There was like 6 covers.
Challenge of the Super Sons #2. I've not read this yet. That's the
I
only
heard that was really good.
#1 was decent.
Hokan Joe did a review of it. Said it was really good.
And Mighty Morphin #7. We got the regular cover, and they have those Ranger exclusives for #7 over at the 616comics.com with the Red Ranger and Yellow Ranger. Make sure you check them out. Those are.
Wasn't really a fan of that B cover.
The Legacy #1.
The Legacy #1, yeah.
I didn't think it was. I almost grabbed it, but I cannot say no to Inhook League. This is just sick.
Yeah, I think part of it is the A cover was so good, but usually I go for the Legacy numbering. But that cover this week, I was like, It was very leavable.
Cowabunga, bro. Cowabunga. All right. Ryan, new guy, Cosmic Campfire. What'd you get?
Probably a lot of the same, to be honest. But Mighty Morphin #7. I mean, everybody's commented on this, as we posted or whatever. It's a great cover. What I didn't realize until I picked it up is that it's like a matte finish to it. And so like it doesn't catch all the light and fingerprints. And it actually, I almost would have preferred this being glossy because of how photorealistic it is, but it actually works a lot better with the matte finish, in my opinion. So
Like it. Like that.
Justice League. Man, I tell you, I'm not a huge fan of this cover just because, like, especially Batman looks so cartoony. But I didn't think the B cover was that much better. Definitely not $1 better. So I grabbed Joker 3. I thought this was a solid cover. The sketch one with Jim Gordon, and then the other one you had, Steve.
I thought all 3 were great, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Future State Gotham #1. I went with the B cover on this. I really just like having the big design there and stuff, which I didn't realize was going to be a part of the story. So I was like, what?
Roller cover, right? We didn't know that.
It kind of is. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't think of it like that, but yeah. Superman 31, like, I get what people are saying about the art, but it is definitely a downgrade as far as interiors, not the cover. That's freaking amazing. But the interiors, it is a little bit of a downgrade from Action Comics, but it still wasn't terrible. Boom. Scout's Honor, if John's still around. This was a great finale. Wrapped it up very well. And this is Magic the Gathering #2. This was the Planeswalker secret variant.
I've not read #1 or #2. Is it good?
Well, I haven't read #2, so I can't speak to that. The first one's not the strongest start, but it was good enough that I'm going to stick around because I like Magic. So, I'm going to stick around and see if they really carve out the universe a little more, because that's one thing that was great about the card game is, like, there's a whole, like, mythos, and you kind of get little pieces of it in the flavor text.
It's like, it sounds like Mortal Kombat.
I guess kind of, but like the cards, they just give you little pieces of the world, and then they had some novels that were supposed to kind of like tell more of the universe and stuff, but they weren't really all that successful. So I'm hoping that the comic books will like really define that universe. So maybe it could be a little more Mortal Kombat-y.
Mortal Kombat-y. Before we move any further, we have another person joining us tonight. He sent me a message. He wanted to get in here. Can't say no to one of my best friends. Dave.
Dave.
How's it
Hey,
going?
and he's not driving. He's not
Where's the
driving.
He's not driving.
I'm not driving tonight, no. I'm home.
Oh shoot! What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing good. We're showing off our hauls for the week. We're 2 people in. You're going to go right after Mark, who's after Panda. Panda, you're next. What books you got this week, bud?
Okay, so I picked up Children of the Atom #3. What is going on, Sam? That's a pretty sick cover. I grabbed Geiger #2. I liked Geiger #1, so I figured I'd pick up #2. Then I got that He Must Work Out cover. Look at that.
Okay.
That Buns of Steel. And then I also grabbed some back issues because, Mark and Ryan were just hounding me to go ahead and do this. So I picked up Joker #1, picked up Joker #2, and then I picked up Joker #3.
Did you have to pay extra for that Joker #2 because it was a first appearance?
No, I did not.
Good.
I picked it up from an LCS that I don't usually go to, and it switched owners. And the new guy is so much not Ryan. The new guy that we got is awesome. So I might actually start putting some books on a pull list at his shop because the dude is just very accommodating and very awesome. So I would like to do something, and maybe put something on the pull list over there. So
I like it. I'm glad you bought. Did you read all 3?
Yes. I did not think that it was going to be the way that it was.
No,
because-
none of us did.
Okay, yeah. All right. I'm glad that you guys didn't spoil that for me because that was wow.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it for everybody else tonight, though.
Yeah.
We are. So that's your haul?
Yeah, and John, yes, I'm loving Children of the Atom. And I've also been picking up X-Men Legends too, which has been a fantastic read for anybody that is a big fan of the X-Men from the 90s. Amazing stories.
I have Children of the Atom #1. I've not read it yet. Though.
It's pretty good.
Mark, you are up next. What books did you grab this week, bud?
All right, I've got to get
the first half, right?
say what?
At least the first half of what you're getting.
Yeah, I just got to pick up Geiger, 7 Secrets, and Mighty Morphin tomorrow. But this is the order of how I enjoyed them too. But I haven't read Rorschach yet, but I did get that. Tom King, Steve's favorite. But from my least to best, I had Joker #3, that sad Jim Gordon variant, lost his 401k. Future State Gotham, Superman 31, Batman the Detective #2, and then Justice League Last Ride. Fantastic.
I like
Had all your favorite characters.
all DC.
I only left a couple out.
Oh, shoot. Nice. And last, certainly not least, we got Dave. What books you grab this week, Dave?
So this was a first for me because this is the first time I did not buy either Marvel or DC books.
What?
Hey.
Yeah, it was all Image books, which is actually quite surprising. So I started off with Silver Coin #2.
I like that cover.
Time Before Time #1.
That was on my poll. I forgot to pick it up, but I did read it.
It was a good read.
Yeah.
Geiger #2. This was the only cover that they had there. I wanted to get the other one too, but they didn't have it. And then the last book, I had to pick up this book, Department of Truth #1, the 5th printing.
That was in my hand, and I didn't get it.
And it was not. They had a secret variant that the guy was being a little stingy. He was like, "Oh, we're all out, but we do have this one here, which is the secret variant. You probably don't want this. It's $90." I was like, "Get the hell out of here!" And then there was a poll list member there, and he was like, "Oh, I pre-ordered 3 copies of the 5th printing," and he gave me one, and I was like, "Oh, that's really nice of you."
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. John, he is supporting the indies, and you know what? I think you both should support the indie comic book known as Mighty Morphin.
So I was gonna pick up issue number 7. They did not have it there.
Oh, okay. Have you been reading it?
I have been reading it. I wanted to read this one. I saw the cool cover with Lord Zed on there, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta pick this up." Did not have it at that shop. I went to two LCSs. Neither one had it.
I could send you the PDF if you want it.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay. All right. Cool. What's up, Finn? How's it going, bud?
Me will keep getting my ears like this one.
Oh yeah.
All right.
His hands being backwards blow his mind.
Oh.
It's really colorful. You like colors. It's that. You like drama. There's that. If you like robots, I know you're an '80s guy. I know you like those robots, those Transformers. There's a little bit of that in there too. Before we review any book here, what is everyone's read of the week? I'm going to go first. I'll say it, and I'll say a little bit why. For me, it was not Mighty Morphin. In fact, that book made me mad, and I will tell you later why. But my read of the week was definitely Future State Gotham #1. It built off of the Future State event, and it's written by Joshua Williamson, which everyone knows. I love him for his writing on The Flash. And I thought it was an amazing book. And the ending, the last page, incredible. Also, the nickname they give him in the book is really good too. It's just phenomenal writing, though I do wish, like I said, it was all color. So that's my read of the week. Ryan, what was your read of the week?
Man, there was quite a few good books, but I hope John's sticking around this time because Scout's Honor. One thing about me, I love a great finale. Like, I try to manage my pool list and how much I'm spending week to week. And so for me, series that start and end are a welcome change to the pull list. It frees up space for something else. So this being a finale, I'm always excited for a finale, but I'm also usually a little hesitant because finales aren't always great. You know, people don't know how to wrap stuff up. David Pepos, like every issue of this gets better and better, and then the ending is just perfect. Like he nailed it all the way through all 5 issues, and so that's kind of what elevates it for me on the read of the week list is that it's a finale and it's a well done finale because I just don't see enough of those.
Scout's Honor was a great ending. I liked but didn't love it. Just a little too tidy and neat. Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it because it was tidy and neat, and it means it's done. Like, I hope it doesn't come back. It was great, but I don't want more of it. I thought it was a perfect story, and it left the world to be built.
I don't know what Carmen is, John. I'm sorry. I just don't.
It's about no, that wouldn't be fair to it. It's the one with the naked lady walking through it the whole time.
Oh.
I want to be fair.
It's not about that, but that's just an aspect of it, and that's what most people remember it for. I only read the first one, though. I didn't read the second one.
Next, we're going to go to – I got to move this around just because it's going to bother me if I don't put it in the order that we got. Okay, there we go. All right. Panda, what was your read of the week?
My read of the week was Joker 3 just because I read Joker 1 and Joker 2 right before it. And so to read all of it in consecutive order like that without having to wait weeks on weeks, you know, it really was a great read for me. This was surprising because it was done from a standpoint that I didn't think we would get or was even expecting in a Joker book. And this one, how it started off, really set the tone for how this book was going to be. And I enjoyed it a lot. But it was also one of 2 books that I read this week, other than, Dave and I were talking about You Promised Me Darkness. And, man, that was like low on my list right there, man. I couldn't do You Promised Me Darkness, so.
I'm kind of jealous a little bit that you're getting to read these like back to back to back. Like I was trying to get Suicide Squad a week or so ago. Haven't yet been able to pick up number 1. As soon as I do, I'm going to read 1 through 3, but I have 2 and 3. So I'm excited to read that because you guys gave it high praise. So I like that you're liking the Joker. I like that you're liking DC Panda? Because I know you're not a huge DC guy.
Yeah, and it's been surprising. A lot of good writing has been coming out of DC, and which has been par for the course from what I hear from you guys. So it was actually really refreshing to read a storyline and be like, wow, that there was a lot of words and I enjoyed it. Like
There was a lot of words in that. I think there's more words in the Joker #3 than probably the last 2 or 3 issues of Something is Killing the Children combined.
In the whole series of Firepower.
Oh, shoot. Mark, what was your read of the week this week?
My read of the week is going to have to go to Zdarsky's The Last Ride, the Justice League book. They just did a fantastic job of bringing in all the characters we're familiar with, but putting them in very unfamiliar places in their lives, and then leaving a lot of mystery to dive into with each of those aspects of it. And then kind of the plot it was really just a big introduction issue, but the plot that they kind of started to lay out at the end was really cool, almost like a little twist on a twist. And they threw out some they swung some major hammers in the last 3 pages of that book plot wise, like with showing a certain character, talking about what that character did and what's about to transpire. And I don't know, it's just got me really pumped to see how we're going to unpack all this.
When I was reading this, I was like, Mark's going to like this one. That's exactly what I thought when I read it. So
it was good. I'm intrigued. I like seeing this this dick version of Batman.
Yeah, he was kind of he is kind of one of those.
It sounds like he crossed the line, doesn't it? It sounds like he might have broke his rule somewhere here recently.
You think so?
I don't know. It's implying something.
Yeah, it is.
What was it?
Said it sounds like he might have broken his own rule.
Oh, Batman?
Yeah.
He broke the code.
Yeah.
The code.
Yeah.
Which
Man.
Someone broke the code multiple times in that other. I just finished that series.
Yeah, someone just finished Jupiter's Legacy. Yeah.
I did, and it was good. Yes. Mark Spector Comics. Dave, what was your favorite? What was your read of the week?
I'd probably say it was a tie between. I only read 3 books this week so far. It was either a tie between Geiger and Time Before Time. I'd probably say Time Before Time. It was actually pretty interesting. It talks about obviously time travel in that current, in that current time that they're in, and like how it's normal in the current society to time travel. And then these guys, there's like a family that ends up time traveling back to 1987. So I was like, all right, cool. We're starting off in the year I'm born, and then the kid was like, oh, what's the password for the Wi-Fi? And I was like, it's 1987. There's not internet years. So they end up traveling back to like current time, 2100, and then they're basically doing jobs for these big conglomerate, time syndicates. And then so what ends up happening is, obviously you'll have to read the story, but they end up stealing pods and stuff, trying to get back in time. So it's pretty cool.
That conversation with his friend. That's where the book hooked me. I was like, this is a cool premise, and it's pretty cool. And then he started talking to his friend, and I was just like, holy crap. Like, they get into, like, some... I mean, it's really dark in a weird way, because they're dealing with time travel and, like, some other elements here. Right. And that conversation, just, like, it got so twisted. I was like, I'm in. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give issue to a read, because that seemed pretty interesting.
Can you guys tell me... Like, hey, what's up, Morris Comics? Sell me on Geiger, because I've heard nothing but good things on Geiger. Sell me on that, because I know a couple of you guys have been reading that.
Who else has read it? Anybody read issue 2?
Yeah, I didn't pick up issue 2.
You guys read issue 1 now?
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
I loved it.
It's Gary Frank and Jeff Johns. You should be sold.
Yeah.
Wait. Here's the catch. Ryan pointed out that they had to have 6 issues done to begin with before they started. So we should at least get 6 issues on time. So you should be sold for at least 6 issues. Then after that,
the next 6 is going to take 2 years.
No, just pretend like it's 6 issues. That's all you get. And if you get more, just be happy.
Let's just hope it's like a nice little story arc,
Yeah.
I'll be fucking happy if we actually get the last Ronin on time this month.
Gary Frank's artwork, you can just sit there and stare at. It's just
Yeah, the
so
artwork in
clean,
there is
so
really
crisp.
good.
Yeah,
Really
it's just really good artwork, and the story itself seems really intriguing. It's another post-apocalyptic story, but with a superhero twist. So
Yeah.
I did
that's-
hear somebody compare it to Jeff John's run on Shazam. The way that they like,
The recent one or his original?
I'm assuming the recent one, the one where he has like the playland or whatever, and all the
Yeah,
kids
that's
like
the
go,
recent one. Then yeah, that's the recent one. Mhm.
yeah, people are saying it's like kind of a similar. I don't know. There's something about it that's similar to that setup from Shazam. I haven't read either of those, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. But that's the one like comparison to another book that I've heard about it.
So, spoiler alert for that one. It was amazing. Obviously, the ending. Everyone wants to know who takes the last seats, right? In the Council of Wizards, you know who's the exclamation point to the team.
Black Adam scene.
You think it's one person for like 3 issues, and then it's not, and then you come to find out it's Shazam, Black Adam,
Shazam.
Shazam. He's and that happens in, I think, issue 13 or 14, because there was like 1 or 2 after, because there was 15 total issues, but there was 1 or 2 that were like an off the beaten path story. But like I think in issue 13 or 14, Black Adam does take the last seat, which makes me think that's what's going to happen in the Shazam film franchise. Who knows though? Who knows?
That's still 2 movies away, though, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're going to get the Black Adam movie first, then Shazam: Fury of the Gods. So it might happen in Shazam number 3, but who knows?
I forgot to say in issue 2, when you guys read Geiger, you get a little bit more information, like backstory on the Glowing Man.
Oh, okay, good.
So it's but they don't draw it out. They actually start getting into it right away.
Nice.
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 I don't know who the Glowing Man is.
Dude on the cover.
Oh, it's the guy on the cover.
Oh, I thought
Geiger.
the
I
guy.
like
Geiger.
I thought the guy on the cover was like the main character. I thought you guys already knew who he was. Like
You do. You get.
Well,
a little
you don't
bit of
really know,
backstory.
like,
how he got his powers.
Yeah, you don't really know how he gets his powers and stuff like that. But
So it's kind of like Jupiter's Legacy, with like multiple issues before you get the full story.
maybe
Maybe.
the covers have been cool, though.
the covers are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I was going to say about Time Before Time. It's written by Declan Shelby, and if you're not familiar with he does great cover art for Moon Knight. He's not really known for his writing, so his writing was pretty good for this story.
Yeah, I heard him on a podcast, probably Comic Book Club Live, and that was something he was talking about. Is like he had all these ideas for like stories and stuff, but like he knew he couldn't like write and draw them to get them out, and so that's why he teamed up with an artist. And his idea was like kind of the straightforward version of what you probably think this book is, and then he said like that crazy twist that happens in there. He said that was something the artist brought to the table, and so although it was like his idea and he was thinking of doing a solo book, because he brought in an artist, he got this really cool collaborative effort, and so he talked a bit about it. It was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Should we talk Joker number 3 first?
Sure.
I know Mark Spector Comics hasn't read any of the books we're talking about tonight.
That's all right.
I'm sure he can add some good insight to it. So Joker is written by James Tynion IV, who's also doing Batman, also doing Something That's Killing Children, Department of Truth. He also wrote Wind, which is actually number 1, is picking up a lot of steam right now. You guys see it's going for like $30 on eBay?
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
It is. What's up, Austin? How's it going? So
Which is weird because it was never meant to be that anyway.
Yeah, so he wrote. He's writing Joker this whole story, and it's honestly been probably my favorite writing of his so far. It's been fantastic. This issue, we get a little more backstory, and we kind of see why they put in the new character, Bane's daughter, issue 2. She's going after the Joker here. Spoiler alert. And I don't know. Overall, like there wasn't a ton of action in it, but it was definitely, it's building quite nicely. I don't know how many issues it is. I want to say it's 6, but Don't tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I thought it was
It's listed as an ongoing.
Ongoing.
okay. Well, I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Normally, story arcs are 6 to 7 issues. So, what do you
Yeah,
guys-
I really don't understand why this is in continuity, why it's an ongoing, and why it's called Joker, but whatever. Apparently, smarter people than me have figured out how to sell it.
I mean, you title it what everyone wants to talk about and read, right? Kind of like they did with the whole Ranger
Well, they-
story that they titled Draken.
Yeah.
So, Payne,
I mean,
oh,
I was just gonna say my thoughts on it. Like, the first one was a welcome surprise because we thought it was gonna be a Joker book, and it is, but it isn't, you know. And then the second one I enjoyed, but at the end they kind of reveal like this is gonna be one of those stories where there's just like a bunch of maniacs chasing after one person, and I was like, I don't know that the third one's gonna work for me. And then picking up the third one this week, though, I was surprised. Like they didn't even go that direction yet. Like they're still talking about that. That's still a thing that's happening, and it kind of starts to happen toward the end. But at the end of the day, this was still just like Jim on a plane explaining like, you know, detective stuff and like doing detective stuff. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, why is there such great detective work here, but we can't get that out of Batman?
Oh, okay, good. Because I thought you were going to say something else about the detective work, because I found that to be the most amazing part about this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Going through the thought process, you know, doing the detective work, and you know, talking about his mindset during this time. You know, going after the Joker and how he felt when it was, you know, the Killing Joke. How he was, you know, what's it called? He had that collar on, and he was stark naked, and you know the Joker was just taunting him the whole time, and how he felt about that. You know, like you never hear about the inner workings of Jim Gordon's mind afterwards, because like, you know, like the whole point was for the Joker to, you know, take a sane guy and make him insane. And who was the most sane at the time was Jim Gordon. And it just seemed like everything was going to be happening to Jim Gordon's family. So the more and more he did things to Jim Gordon, it's just like chipping away at him, seeing if it's going to take away his humanity. But, you know, the whole time Jim just was, you know, he kept composed. He was himself the whole entire time. He may have gone mad for a second, but he still was with it. You know what I mean? But to actually hear, you know, like him saying that in my head was just, I thought it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
you know what I liked about it before I'm jumping in here before Mark gets a chance to say this.
I don't even know what that means.
The detective work you guys are talking about like is phenomenal, and like hearing Jim like talk about his life and talk about, you know, why he's doing certain things, it reminds me a lot of Batman Year One. Like Batman Year One, obviously it's about Batman, but my favorite, like one of my favorite parts, if not the favorite part of Batman Year One, the storyline, is Jim Gordon and his rise from just starting on the force to becoming a commissioner and going through Flash, going through all that stuff. And it's just kind of nice to see him, like, you know, he is an officer, but he also lives a little bit outside the law too. And I really enjoy all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Mark, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. Y'all pretty much just kind of already highlighted the parts that I thought were interesting. The whole detective thing. I'm intrigued to see who this big bodyguard is for the chick who's in the Court of Owls. If he's just going to be a Talon, you know, that's why he's keeping his face covered, because he's grotesque and living dead, basically. But it was fun going through the process of it. I kind of assumed that he was going to end up knocking on the Joker's door when he was knocking on it. It's like they kept kind of like playing into, oh, I'll get to that when I get to that point, and he was at that point. I'm still wondering what's going on with the cannibal people, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family that killed everyone on the airplane.
Oh yeah,
because they introduced them in a weird way without introducing them, and then they show them again in a weird way without giving us any context to them. But yeah, a lot of spoilers. Joker died at the end of the issue, but it was cool seeing. It was cool seeing Bane's daughter again. And I'm kind of glad that they didn't give her any word bubbles or anything like that, because, you know, people are always doing that weird thing with the cameos and first full appearances. And at this point, we've had 2 issues with her in multiple panels, you know. So
They're building her up, man. They
It
definitely
was straightforward. It definitely had, it's tying back into the Killing Joke, like Panda pointed out. So that was pretty cool. That cool little scene that Panda was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Naked Jim.
And that is why he was sad.
That's why he was sad.
I was naked.
I also really enjoyed the exchange he had with is it Cassandra or whatever the lady's name is?
Yeah, Crescenda.
Crescenda. Yeah, I like that exchange he had with her because that's just like kind of like that's tiny and kind of airtighting the story and like trying to make sure there's not like all these loose threads and stuff. He's like, why wouldn't I just take all the money and run off? And she's like, yeah, why wouldn't you?
Oh, I thought you said that like that's what you expect from Tynan in a Batman book.
Well, yeah,
he's tying all these loose threads, so there's not all these questions.
Yeah, it was just a good exchange, because she basically said like, yeah, like we trust you that you're gonna do the right thing enough that we're just gonna be like, yeah, like you could take the money if you want. Who cares, And I think that's gonna come into play later, whenever he gets to the point where he does or does not have to do the deed, and we're gonna see him like people trust Jim because he's a good man. Like he might skirt the law sometimes, but like he always is on. He's a good man. He's gonna make the right choice.
I think this ends with him taking down the Court of Owls, not the Joker.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
That would be cool. I did like the shot of Cassandra on top of the car that Crescent is in.
I was about to say, Gilliam March is killing it on the art in this and the imagery too. Like when Jim's like walking and you have like all these oversized Jokers like lording over him in the park and stuff, just to kind of give you a visual of what's going on in his head. And I love the pacing in the book. I guess Ryan kind of touched on it, that they didn't just throw us into the moment or anything, but how everyone is still just working their way to Joker. Like that's where the last issue finished, and you assume like this issue would start with it all hitting the fan, but no, everyone has to get there. We're going to experience everyone getting there, and it's building a better character story. But I don't know. I don't know why, but I get touchy when people say there's no Joker in it. It's a Joker book. Why isn't there more Joker? Like if you didn't call this Joker, what would you call it? Like it's more than just Gordon. But it's more than that.
Like, who would pick it up? Who would pick it up if it was just called
the title of it? It's just like a YouTube video. The title matters tremendously. And if we called it Gordon, we called it Jim Gordon, no one would grab that.
It would have to be a backup.
That's why I'm an audience of one. If they had called it Gordon Guarantee, I would have pre-ordered number 1. But they called it the Joker, and I was like, I don't know about this. And then Mark was like, it's really about Gordon. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll read it.
Yeah, dude, I was so surprised on how, Jim Gordon centric this whole thing was. And so that threw me for a loop. I was just like, okay, I guess I wasn't ready for this because I didn't expect that whatsoever. So that was a good turn for me in reading this. It took me through a lot of his perspective and what he's thinking and what he's going through. And, you get to know more of a character that we always just see as a side character in most of these, stories. And so it finally gives him a lot more depth and a lot more, substance to that character that I've just been really enjoying it.
I think it'd be weird to try to carry a book like keeping it Joker centric. I mean, you would just have a lot of panels of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you'd have a lot of panels of this. He's not, he's smart, but what would you really write about? Just.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had a Joker book. There was one by Sean Murphy.
Yeah, I know. What happened to that?
There was 2 or 3 volumes, and it was good, but like. He's better as a Joker. He's not better as a.
I was gonna say, because wasn't there a time when they had like a line for like every Batman villain? Because I have like Mr. Freeze number 1.
That's a key.
That is a key issue. What the hell?
Like I'm pretty sure they were doing like every character had like a mini series or something at one point. So I'm sure there's a Joker one that was like 5 or 6 issues or something.
Joker's had a miniseries in the past, like years ago, before he was as crazy as he is now.
There's that red cover not that long ago that's pretty iconic looking. And then obviously we had Batman the Killing Joke. That's basically a Joker story. So
Keys for days.
Yes. Dave, have you read Joker number 1 or number 2?
No, I have not.
Okay. So
I'll have to read it all together.
I mean, I'll give you a synopsis real quick.
Well, I already found out the Joker died in issue 3, so I'm all set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really did.
Now you only need to read issues 1 and 2.
He shot him right in the jugular.
It's all uphill from here.
Yeah.
It's a story that you think is going to be about the Joker, but it's not. It is about the Joker, but it's about Jim Gordon going to get the Joker, but not really on his terms.
Okay.
It's more about the effect the Joker has had on people's lives and their psyche more than like the Joker actually doing something right now.
Through the lens of Jim Gordon.
Right now, he's more like a puppy that needs to be protected than anything.
It's like
Jim Gordon was hired, unbeknownst to him, by the Court of Owls. This rich chick approached him and said, "This guy's done too much damage to our city. We have an idea where he is. You're retired now. You have the skills, and you don't have the responsibility to the city anymore. We're going to give you whatever you need to go kill him. Look what he's done to you and your family." He's like, "I'm in." That's it.
It almost sounds like an episode of Gotham. You guys ever watch that show?
no.
I saw like scenes.
Okay.
Not even a whole episode, I don't think.
I watched a man strap balloons to somebody and float him in the air to kill him. I was out.
What up, Bear?
I'm surprised, Mark. That seems like right up your alley.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Nah.
There it is. Is there
I'm
2
scared
or
of
1? I
balloons.
think there's just 1, right?
One what? Are there
There
still
is-
3 Jokers?
all right,
Oh,
1 is
I
dead.
didn't.
Don't get me started on that. There's never 3 Jokers is the thing. There was only ever 1. That was the problem. Like they backpedaled so hard.
It's an Elseworld story because
It is.
it doesn't even connect like at all to
It
Justice League
connects.
DC.
It connects to everything without even having to commit to it. Like there was never 3 Jokers. It was just the Joker who gassed 2 dudes that look like him. That's all.
That's literally what it is. Yeah. And it's it literally only connects to
Killing joke.
joke.
So is this current Joker in continuity, or is this like an Elseworlds, or?
Yes,
This
it is
is-
continuity.
Oh, it is. Okay.
This is-
Mhm. It connects directly to the Joker War and the aftermath,
Okay. Okay. Cool.
which we actually get a punchline story after, which I didn't even read.
No.
Yeah. I think I read the one in the first one. And I was like, this is so boring. And I have not even bothered with the second 2.
Shark Panda.
Now, I guilty as charged. I did flip and look at the pictures in it, and
That
that
was Shark Panda.
I saw the title page and I was like, oh, yeah, this isn't the same story.
It's a killer
Yeah.
shark.
It's called an orca, Steve.
What?
It's called an orca. It's a killer
Orca,
shark.
man.
It's called an orca.
Shamu.
It's a
Shamu.
orca. Killer whale, yeah.
Free Willy.
It was pretty cool in the first issue, though. Like, Gordon runs Batman. He's like, look up, look out. This is what's going down. And Batman's like, okay.
You got
I
it,
think-
boss.
I think JT4 is trying really hard to build up Punchline, and
I think
people are liking it. But I did
It
not.
doesn't show with this backup story.
And he's doing it also with Ghostmaker, and that has been bad.
I feel like they're doing the opposite of building them up with these backup stories that are like poorly written,
Yeah.
poorly illustrated. They mean nothing. They hold no weight. All they're doing is keeping the character present.
Yep.
This is, I don't know. It's sad. Like I would like to see him like go strong with Punchline, so when Harley kills her, it means something.
It's a problem with how he's doing this, though. Because what he does is he just keeps dropping new characters. I got to have a new character this week. Got to have a new character this week.
He's doing it like he's doing it to sell books, though. He's doing it to promote himself. Like he's doing it right. Like you said it last week. Like he knows how to sell books. Just keep creating new characters.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
the problem is because he keeps dropping characters and not actually building them out, you learn to hate them before you learn to like them, and you're never going to learn to like somebody after you already hate them. Like the first time they show up, you're like, oh, this is cool. I wonder who this is. The second time they show up, if he doesn't give you enough to like that character, you'll never like him again. It's going to take a really hard turn. It's honestly going to take another writer writing them in a completely different way to make people learn to like them. But people learned to hate Ghostmaker before he started actually developing the character in front of you, you know? And by that time, you've already decided how you feel.
We hardly still even know anything about Ghostmaker. We don't know.
We know a lot about him.
Blind.
We know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, we don't. Don't know if he's blind or not. We know he likes both male.
We know he goes skiing.
That's such a stupid thing to play with, too. Like, why would you present him as if you were going to, like, do that with the character and then, like, present him as if that's not a thing, but then, like, you kind of come back to it? Like, it's such a stupid way to handle that. I don't understand what's going on with all that.
Did you read that, Dave? That backup story? Batman, I think 107.
No.
He slept with a dude and a girl at the same time.
Oh, okay.
While wearing his things over his eyes, because he would, right?
But the issue before that, he's just like real cool, like no problem with his eyes or nothing. Just like
he's walking around punching a punching bag with nothing over his eyes. I don't get it.
Drinking Red Bulls and stuff.
Red Bull and vodka. Do you think more first appearances from Bat books this year? I'm sure there will be a couple.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, probably one a month. You know, though. I like. That's a whole other topic. But some of my favorite characters that he's created were ones that hardly got any screen time. Like I think we all like the designer more than some of the other characters he's created, right? Like, and you guys like the Clown Hunter more too, obviously.
Yeah, I like the designer. He's pretty cool.
Which we don't even know if that person's still alive or not, but they told us that he's not. So I don't know. Hey, Ruben Guzman, 2,500. Here we come. Yeah, it's taking forever, but we're getting there. We're getting there. If you're not already subscribed, all of these people right here, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to all of their channels really quickly. Make sure you're checking them out. They're awesome people, great friends of mine. Subscribe to Cosmic Campfire New Guy with the link here. You just did your giveaway. You just did a 200 sub giveaway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got stuff in the mail. Headed your way, and Ruben Guzman.
But did I win something? Did I miss it?
Yeah. Oh, I guess so.
Gosh. Oh my God! I went in there for the giveaway, but I didn't see that I had won. Now I stuck.
Yeah, you were the second winner.
Dude. That's what's up. I just dropped the link to Panda's channel. He is at 540 subscribers. That's what's up. Make sure you check him out. Mark is closing in on 800 last I looked. Did you hit it?
No, I've hit 795 times in the past 2 days, though. And I'm not joking. I hit 790 twice while I was at dinner alone. I get a little ding, and I get a new subscriber and looking at 790 again.
I hit 2,000 subs and 2,100 subs like 5 times each. So I feel you.
Yeah.
Totally feel you.
Not worried about it.
Make sure you're subscribed to them. And also, Mark Spector Comics. He doesn't drop a ton of videos, but when he does, he drops some knowledge on some, he just did 2 simple tips to help make yourself a better collector. He did an unboxing. He had an AOK from Legion of Comics. So make sure you're checking out all of these guys right here. What Power Rangers is a good read?
All of them.
So Go-Go Power Rangers was phenomenal, written by Ryan Parrott. That was great. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was excellent as well until issue 30. And then honestly, if we're being honest, like I didn't read this. What was the other one? The Beyond the Grid storyline, but that didn't interest me at all because I didn't have the Mighty Morphin team. Then honestly, 40 through 55 pretty much sucked.
I'm so mind blown you haven't read that. You hadn't even gone back and read that?
Don't even have them.
Wow.
I 0 through 32, and then 39 through current.
That's crazy.
And then Mighty Morphin has been good, and Power Rangers has been good. And if you want to go back, and I would suggest reading Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 55 and then go through whatever you want from there. But I
Dropped him right off the cover there, huh?
think we said it. I think Mark said it last time. Like one week, Mighty Morphin will be better. For 1 month, Mighty Morphin will be better than Power Rangers, and the next month it's the opposite. So, yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. But I'm going to pick up both, and I enjoy both. So
I would recommend just going and getting the trade paperback, Soul of the Dragon. It's just a standalone story. Just read that, see if that gets your gears turning. If it does, go from there, because that's just standalone, one and done. But it'll get you fired up.
it is good. It is good. Hannah, what do you think?
About Mighty Morphin number 7, or
Well,
where should you start to read?
we could.
I mean, it really depends on.
Mighty Morphin number 7, but yes, what do you think about where you should start picking up and reading, and like what were some of your favorite issues and runs?
My favorite runs were the beginnings of Go-Go Power Rangers. That was really good. When I went to go back and read a lot of that, I really enjoyed that aspect of the Rangers. So, but if you're into that kind of, high school kind of stuff, drama and all that, then it would interest you. But like you said, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers towards the end, like really the last 3/4 of that book, or the last third of the book, man, it was tough. I mean, we tried reviewing it every week. I even tossed one out to the side, tossed one into the trash. Like it really was trash. And so going into Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers this go around was I was really kind of hesitant. Yeah, but it's a really strong showing so far. Besides this particular issue with.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's go. Mighty Morphin number 7. Panda, take it from there because you already were talking about it. I agree. I didn't think it was good because I did not want what happened to happen. Maybe they're saving. Like maybe he's going to turn back later. I don't know. Talk too much. What do you think, Panda?
Well, no, I just, they talk like they weren't mind controlled or anything by Zed. And so it's like, so what did he do or what did he say to have everybody be in this complacent area that's been shut off from the rest of the world? Like, do we know the time frame? Like, has it been weeks? Has it been like, how long have they been secluded inside that bubble?
It can't be long, right? It couldn't have been more than just a couple weeks.
Right, but then within those couple weeks, they've made this into some kumbaya, like everybody's getting along with everybody. Putties are helping build, the city back up together with the help of everybody else, and you're just like, what is going on? And here you have.
Like, I was okay with like the Grace and the Matt part of that. I can justify that. The citizens were really weird. That's what bothered me. I was like, this makes no sense.
Right. And it just seems like everybody's being mind controlled or something, or
but it doesn't seem like they're mind controlled at all. That's the part that makes it so weird.
Exactly. And so it's what has Zed done to make them, accept the help of the people that have been destroying Angel Grove for the last, 10 years. Jesus.
Yeah. And see, I mean, I don't know. It's really going to require some solid explanation to me because, these are citizens of a city that's like constantly, being destroyed. Mm-hmm. And so I could see a situation where Zed shows up and he's like, look, I don't even really want to do anything to you people. I literally just want this one guy. If y'all would give me him, y'all would never have another problem. No more destroyed buildings, And I could see where people would get behind that. You have Grace, who her only experience as a ranger is like complete loss. Yeah. And you have Matt there, who's like this young teenager. He's new to the role. He doesn't really know the rules and stuff. And I think he looks to Grace as like a mentor figure. And so if she's saying like, do this, you're my Green Ranger, do this. Like, I can see him easily being manipulated into like going along because he does seem the most resistant I can even see the citizens being like, yo, let's just chill with Zed because like once he gets this guy, then he's out of here and we don't have to worry about our lives anymore. But it's just really weird whenever like, you know, I live in Houston, like, you know, you have to protect yourself, you have to protect your stuff. It's not the greatest place in the world in certain areas. But when a hurricane shows up, like we do it, you know? Some teenage punk is not going to be trying to steal an old woman's purse while there's a hurricane and we're trying to save lives. And it was really strange that kid's like trying to purse snatch this lady while like they're in this situation. Like that part really just struck me as very strange and odd.
Right.
My favorite in this whole issue, there's two things that I did like. I'll show the first one and then the second one. That right there, Matt and Tommy going at it.
Oh, yeah.
I did enjoy that. And also, obviously, this is going to be everyone's favorite part. You coward! She just
oh, yeah.
face.
She gave him the peacemaker.
Right?
Yeah. Suicide Squad 2 gave him the peacemaker.
Oh, see, I haven't read it yet. I don't know.
Oh, you'll get that reference when you see it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I guess the other thing about this issue is I'm a little concerned about what all of this means for Billy. Like, Billy's my boy, you know. He's a stand-up guy, and the way that this is playing out makes him look real shady, and I'm not into that.
It does. And this is the same guy that used to wear the Power Ranger suit under his clothes because he was nervous and scared at school.
Such a good issue. Yes.
Like issue 10 or something like that, I want to say.
10 or 11.
Yeah, it's and then he goes off and creates a new Green Ranger and still hasn't told the team.
Yeah.
Which the only reason I feel like I dislike this issue so much is because of how much, and I know they're doing this on purpose, how much we were liking Matt as a character from the Go-Go series, then issue 55, 1, 2, 3, 4, then especially issue 5 of Mighty Morphin. That was an amazing issue. Like, we get the whole backstory of how he became the Green Ranger, how he's dealing with it, all that stuff, and then we get this one where he's turning against the Power Rangers to help Grace and Zed. And I mean, there's a shot right there where obviously they're all together because you get Goldar, Zed, Grace, and the Green Ranger all together as a team. And it's just, I don't know if he's doing it because Grace is going to take away his power if he doesn't, or if they're waiting to backstab him. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Sounds
I'm just reminded of the movie from the 90s with Ivan Hughes. You know how he has the whole city just mind controlled. And I think if they wrote the issue to be like, oh, the city's clearly mind controlled, that we would be complaining about that poor writing. So it's just I think it's just a lose-lose. It's just a weird story arc. There's really nothing redeemable about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, we obviously know where it's headed. Zed's gonna want to get Zordon. You know, like that part is clear. I just don't really understand all of the means to get there. Like, it's so weird. Like, Grace, like I said, I can believe that she would want to do whatever she could to make sure nobody else has to die. It's just a really quick turn for her to get there. Like, why didn't we have some issues of her, like, complaining? Like, if we could just make Zed stop attacking, all of these people wouldn't need to be protected all the time and stuff, you know? And then when he shows up and does this, then it makes sense. But it just feels like there's so much missing to get from point A to point B, you know?
Right.
It seems like if he would show, like, if someone showed up who's done that much destruction and killed that many people, like, there's no way you would be able to talk everyone into, like, all right, now you're coming up with good ideas. You're making solid points now. Never mind that, like, my brother, my grandparents died in your attack, but now you're making good points. I'm in.
Yeah, and it's everybody. It's not just, you know, a few faction here, like, that are hiding in buildings, like, waiting to, you know, for, like, a resistance. I mean, it's
I had thought about, but that's basically Draken's world, right? So again, you have the problem of either you're doing the Ivan Ooze mind control storyline again, or you're doing the Draken world, storyline again, you know, where like there's these warring factions and some people are aligning just to stay alive and other people are rebelling because they want to be free, you know. So like I don't know where Parrott was supposed to go with this that would make it not like a ripoff of something we've already seen, but I also don't know why he didn't just choose a better setup to go somewhere different, you know.
That's misunderstood. Oh shit!
He's just a gym rat, and like they won't let him work out enough.
It does feel like we're introducing the new Green Ranger, get everyone excited, but also, and then these next couple issues, it feels like it's just like a bridge to the next event, which is obviously coming from what we saw in this book and what we know about what's happening in the Power Rangers book. Because in this book, we know that what is the guy's name that knows Zordon? What is his name?
Zolfram.
Zolfram.
Yeah. Zolfram.
So he comes to talk to Zordon about the Imperials, which obviously we know the Power Rangers book is all about them looking for the Imperials to try to stop them, which is the Omega Rangers book. So they're definitely some crossing over very soon, which I would not be surprised based off of this book. I mean, I haven't been told anything, but I'm assuming we're probably going to get an event this summer or late summer.
Dude, which, by the way, can we get a different name for Zofran? Because it just sounds like something that Pfizer put out, you know, for erectile dysfunction. Like,
Yeah,
I can't.
Zofran is used for nausea.
Oh, okay.
So it's an actual drug.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I know I'm like probably the odd person out on this panel, but I really like Power Rangers. I've liked every issue of that better than the last one. And I feel like they've consistently been kind of like moving in their own direction. Like this is going to be a different thing. But then I feel like every issue of Mighty Morphin is trying to like connect itself to everything that Power Rangers is doing. And like, honestly, for me, if they would split the two lines, I would be a lot happier. Like, I don't need that connection between Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. Let's just move on.
I have not read the book that comes out next week yet. But I know you have, Ryan, and I heard it's good. So I'm excited to read that for next week for sure. But this one was not good. Hopefully, I think a lot of maybe issue 7 here of Mighty Morphin was some shock value. Mark, you haven't said much on this book. What do you think?
There's not really to say on it, man. It's trash.
You didn't like it either. Good. See,
I'm surprised because you were pretty.
It's not good. The only thing that I enjoyed was the flashback scene in the beginning with the Guardians. We're getting more of that. I've been enjoying that, like from the jump. I wish there was more of that. It was cool. It's like we're getting to the point where they find their first Zero crystal, so we're getting to that potentially that first Ranger stage. Well, comics. I thought that was cool.
We do know there's going to be some more Unlimited Power books coming out soon. With
I haven't read the last one.
Yeah,
very good.
Dude, I was really excited when they found that Zeo crystal. I was like, oh, I cannot wait to see what they do with the Zeo crystal. Like,
more than anything, I just want to, I don't know, I'm just kind of getting stagnant with both of the books because nothing's really happening with either of them. I just want to see them go back to the land of the coinless. That's all I want.
We do need some coinless stuff, and I think we're probably going to get it. But we do know, like I said, there's going to be another Unlimited Power book coming out from our friend of the channel, Frank Gogol. That's coming out, I think, in June. So.
Nice.
And then he's writing a couple other things as well coming up. Can't say.
Yeah.
We do know there's something else.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some new voices. Like, I really like Ryan Parrott's writing on like a lot of Power Rangers stuff. And what I will say is the Power Rangers series itself, especially this issue that's coming up next, they start directly referencing events from Go-Go Power Rangers. But Power Rangers itself has felt like a spiritual successor to Go-Go Power Rangers, which is a run that's very near and dear to my heart. Whereas Mighty Morphin, it feels like Ryan Parrott trying to kind of mimic Kyle Higgins' Mighty Morphin writing. And so I feel like that's why Mighty Morphin's getting kind of weird, is because he's really trying to replicate something that isn't necessarily his. Whereas I feel like he made Go-Go like kind of his own, and then Power Rangers has felt very much like a spiritual successor to that. And I've really liked that side a lot better than what we're getting out of Mighty Morphin right now. I think part of that may be like Mighty Morphin, like that era of Rangers might just be mined out. There might not be enough new stuff to do with that stuff anymore.
They
You know?
created a new Green Ranger, and then of course, with the new Green Ranger, of course they had to make him a bad guy already within 3 issues of his first appearance.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
unmasked.
because that whole line is predicated on the classic characters. So you can't just like
Right.
change Rangers and stuff. Like you got to keep those Rangers. That's the whole point of it, you know?
I do like you said, the Power Rangers work because it feels like there is unlimited stories that they could tell, and it does feel more like a TV show. It does feel more like a cosmic event, and it is a lot
Oh,
more.
Power Rangers feels like it feels like the Orville or Star Trek or Firefly or something like that. Like they're going planet to planet, they're meeting new species, they're learning about like cultural differences and stuff like that. It's really cool. I really like that one.
Dave,
Mighty Morphin, I don't know.
Dave, I have to ask you, as someone who's not a Power Rangers fan, what have you?
I am a Power Rangers fan.
I didn't think you were that big of a Power Rangers fan.
I grew up watching the shows. I never really read the comics.
Okay, so as someone who has not been reading the comics, I should say,
Okay.
what have you thought of the book so far? Because you've read every issue except for the current.
Except for this one. I thought it's been pretty good so far. Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Oh, let's go.
And you've started reading in issue 1 of Mighty Morphin.
What's that?
So you've been reading the Power Rangers since issue 1 of Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, that's what you guys recommended. So I started from there. I did read the whole Power Rangers TMNT crossover. I read those, and then I started off where you guys said was a good starting point was from the this current run. These 2 current runs.
Yeah. And are you reading both or just Mighty Morphin?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth. Yeah, we're going back and forth.
I do. We've said it before. It has helped that they have been in their own books, which is before Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It was like one book was Omega Rangers, one book was Mighty Morphin, so it has been better. Mark, you look like you're about to fall asleep, bro.
So is next week's Power Rangers? Is that?
Yeah, next week is Power Rangers. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Why don't we get Mark to get excited about something?
It's just been a long day, dude.
I
Thursdays are my end of the week.
This is like coffee, this man.
What were you going to say, Dave?
Justice League? What?
What were you going to say, Dave?
I did just finish reading the Future State Gotham.
Oh, well, I mean, we can definitely read that. We can definitely talk about that a little bit if you guys want. My read of the week. Excellent writing, again, by Joshua Williamson. Future State, we know that there's some peacekeeper stuff, magistrate happening, and it appeared that he was working with the magistrate. And we find out in this book it's been more like he's working on the inside. And they call him Peacekeeper Red, which is obviously he's Red Hood. So,
Yeah.
And then the last page, spoiler, the rest of the family is not happy about it. But we still don't know who he's talking to in the alley. So, Mark, I know you've been sitting on the sideline here for the last book, and I know DC's your stuff. What did you think of my read of the week?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I was excited a while back to get it announced another Future State title because I had so much fun with that event, and then it kind of took a while to get here, so that excitement died down. But reading it put me right back into those January and February months at the beginning of the year. Like I just snapped right back into it. It was like it never left. Felt good to read something again that was Future State, and I'm intrigued by who this little tease was on that first page. Who the dude who's sitting in the sewer in the shadows. They don't really reveal him. I thought the fight scenes in it were awesome. I don't know. It was just a fun read, man. I'm a little confused with Peacekeeper 1 popping up on the TV in that one scene because he should be dead per the End of the Dark Detective because Bruce is dead per the End of the Dark Detective. So I was confused by that, but it was all around fun. I like this little sparring match between Peacekeeper 3 and Jason, and we've all assumed that he wasn't going to be just like a straight up bad guy. He's going to be working just kind of Green Hornet style, and that's exactly what he's doing. I thought it was fun. I think the black and whites worked great with it. And dude, that up at the end by Mobius, dude, that was what a surprise treat that was. My God.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I saw that, I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't know that was coming.
Dave, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. There was a good story. I'm not, like I said previously, and I wasn't too familiar with the magistrate, and just wasn't really sure what was going on with that character. But I enjoyed the story. The artwork was nice. It was clean. I liked the black and whites in there throughout the whole story. And so, is this like the only issue that's going on with this Future State Gotham, or is this like it's just a one shot?
No, I mean, there's going to be more issues to this one for sure.
Yeah.
It's building off of the Future State stuff, which they've done like a prequel to Future State, the next Batman, with Batman the Second Son, and there's 2 issues of that so far. But I think these are the only 2 that are current with Future State stuff.
I remember that the whole Future State was going on back in like December, January, February, and I know it's been a few months since I think one's came out, so I was kind of surprised that there was something to come out this late. But I enjoyed the story. I thought it was pretty good.
Teen Titans Academy does connect to Future State too.
Oh, it does.
Everything,
Okay.
yeah, everything does right now.
And so the magistrate's not a character; it's a idea. It's a government militia banning all masks, and good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And they're talking about that in their current Batman series, and that was, I think it was the Batman 108, right, where we find out how Peacekeeper Peacekeeper 01 was created, right, Mark?
Yeah, a private company ran by Simon Saint is working on tech, and they're upgrading people and trying to replace masks with his private army. He wants the city to hire him and his private army to protect it instead of the masks. So he's just using his tech and his greed to strong arm the city.
It's almost like the Mandarin, because he's giving these people like powers, kind of, but they're making them like metal, like turning them into like
Tech
half
upgrades.
human.
Yeah, they all turn into Jax from Mortal Kombat when he finds his Arcana.
Yeah. Yeah, they found their Arcana. That is right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was, like I said, it was my read of the week. And just incredible. If you don't like Batman, if you do like Batman, definitely pick it up. And if you like Red Hood, definitely pick it up. Or if you like Future State, definitely grab it. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. I did smudge the cover.
I'm waiting to see when Ravager's going to pop back up.
Yeah, Ravager, who was cutting people's heads off in Future
Mhm.
State. Those were backup stories, and I think that people liked it so much that they decided to make it an ongoing, right? Like, I forgot what book it was that it was a backup story in.
Dark
But,
Detective.
okay.
Yeah, it was in Dark Detective.
And I was expecting her to be the one on the rooftop at the end of the book. And when he was having the conversation, they were off panel. Like, we told you, the rooftops are off limits. I'm like, okay, why does she get the rooftops? And then you turn and it's the Bat family. I'm like, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does my guy Dick say? Let me see.
Skeet.
Is that Berk family approved?
This is a family meeting. So we get Nightwing there. We get, who are some of the other people? It's so hard to tell without it being in color.
Spoiler.
Say that again.
Spoilers up there, isn't she?
Yep.
Robin is up there because you have Robin Eternal from where he got into the Lazarus resin.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's right.
So yeah, that's Spoiler, Robin, and I can't tell who's in the back right with a giant sword on their
I was wondering who that was too, man.
Sky from Final Fantasy. I don't know.
Sky, it's Cloud, fool.
I don't
Cloud
do those
Stripe.
games.
Cloud Strife.
You don't belong with us. Not anymore. It's a family meeting.
Tifa Lockhart.
But hey,
Tifa.
look what weapon he's using here, Panda.
What is it? A nunchuck?
It's a huge nunchuck.
It's the kukri.
I don't even know what that. Oh, I guess it's not really a nunchuck, but it's kind of like a nunchuck.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure it's called a kukri. It's like a kind of like a short sticked thing the Grim Reaper carries on a chain. and he will mess you up with it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Yeah.
Did you see
Which I think is really cool because in urban legends, like Batman's kind of beating the crap out of him to make him stop using guns. So it's kind of interesting to see him in the future state version not using guns.
Y'all see that Batman Forever was playing at the Monarch Theater?
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
man, what a shame.
The city really has gone downhill.
They're watching when Batman was a good guy.
I'm gonna
still bad.
I'm gonna start making my list so we can draw for the Berk box. So,
Oh yeah.
you guys want to talk about any other books or anything else while I'm making that? Go ahead.
I got Superman, Scout's Honor, and Justice League Last Ride. So, whatever y'all want to talk about.
It's up to you guys.
I didn't read any of those, so I don't know.
Mark, did you have anything to say about Last Ride?
I hadn't read it yet.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, what did your read of the week?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. I think that I don't know. It's just a huge mystery where it's starting off. I don't know where it plays into the timeline yet, or where they're going to try to place it, which I think is one of the most appealing parts. Because I love trying to connect the dots with continuity. Because with this whole open continuity thing, you can kind of write a story from any starting point, just fill in any gaps you want, even if there aren't gaps that are already there. You can make your own and plug a story in. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, having Lobo pop up at the end and with that little kicker, like the Green Lantern show up with him in custody, like, we need y'all to help us keep him alive. Like, help you keep Lobo alive? What's coming for him? Like, what could possibly be coming for him? He even addresses that. He's like, oh, you want to keep me alive? All you got to do is take the chains off. You know, like, I got this covered. And they have him in custody because he killed the new gods. Not a new god. He didn't go kill Highfather or Darkseid. Like, he killed the new gods.
Yeah,
like,
they did the logo and everything. The new gods. Like, they wanted you to know it was every one of them.
Yeah, all of you. So there's probably going to be one straggler that wants him dead out of the new gods is what I'm thinking. Depending on I mean, the new gods are all pretty formidable. It isn't like they can necessarily just get wiped out easily by Lobo at all. But it was really cool. And then seeing this, that Batman's on the out. Why is he on the out? What's going on with him? And why is him and Clark's relationship so shattered? Like, they're the ones that are more out with each other than anybody. You think she played pivot person?
No, he's probably upset because they split up and didn't do the wedding. Now he's brooding.
Got you.
It's like, if she would have just married me.
Called him in her litter box. It was over with after that.
Right. I really liked the Superman stuff in here. I thought it was great the way, like, him and Lois, whenever he, like, wakes up and he's floating above the bed and he gets up and he goes, and he gets up and he goes and checks on the box and all that. Like, I thought that was, like, a really cool introduction and way to, like, kind of intro his character and who he is. And then he comes in, and I really appreciated Diana being, like, real quiet and kind of reserved, you know, just, like, not really saying a lot, but having a pretty strong presence, you know. So I thought that was cool. Little disappointed, like, the Flash just kind of seemed to be there in image only.
They didn't, but then, like, they bring this first book, though. You know,
they really focused on Superman and Batman,
with Wonder Woman being the voice of reason.
Yeah. And then, they bring in the Green Lanterns and all that. Like, they all show up.
And we know John Jones is dead. Martian Manhunter's apparently dead.
Yeah, and then they have Lobo, and they make that big reveal. The only thing about that reveal, this was a really cool little panel here. Like, anytime they do silhouettes that have, like, a little bit of color, they just, like, catch the iconography of those characters. Is always really cool.
Up? Dude, I was stoked when Hal showed up because they showed us John Stewart right off the bat. Then Hal shows up. I'm like, what? Yes. And he showed up like half parallax-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got like all that armor and stuff, right?
Yeah, he's looking like Alan Scott from Earth 2 almost.
Mm.
But like that's like partial parallax looking Hal. It was really cool.
Oh, okay. His hair was really cool.
Yeah.
Love the way it flows.
You
The
can't
one
teach
thing
that.
about
That's all
like,
natural.
yeah, right. Maybe she was born with it.
Or maybe it's Maybelline.
The only thing about that reveal, like we're protecting Lobo from like all these bad people that would possibly want him, is like it seems a little bit like the Joker. You know, is that going to be the new trend in superhero books? Is like having to protect your worst enemy or something? Like,
Well, Lobo's nobody's worst enemy, though. He's just a bounty hunter and a psychopath.
yeah,
Gonna run
Somebody,
a-
like if Lobo killed the new gods, you always have to wonder, like, did somebody hire him to do it? Like who? Like this is supposed to be like this book's supposed to take stage like there's a whole trial going on, a whole investigation, and I guess it's to why he killed the new gods, and it says that their biggest cosmic threat is going to be coming for him. So I can only think that like that's like perpetual level stuff, the Blackest Night or Dark.
it's got to be bigger than the New Gods, right?
Well, the biggest. I mean, in keeping with the trend of the new gods, I would expect it to be Dark Side, but I was thinking that out of the Infinite Frontier issue 0, how he got introduced as Dark Side in like final form kind of thing, where he just wipes out the quintessence effortlessly. I was wondering if this was going to tie into that. But did I send you that this morning, Ryan? That cover for Infinite Frontier.
Oh, yeah.
1? So
That
now
was
I'm
fire.
like, yeah, different direction going with that.
You guys ready
So
to do
that
the
looks-
giveaway?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I knew you guys were in the middle of talking the last ride, and
Yeah,
I
we
was
weren't
confused.
talking.
I was a little confused as to what was happening in some parts of the book, honestly. But the art was good, and I did like the Superman stuff. And I did feel, as I was reading it, they were definitely doing what you said they were going to do with Superman, where it feels like he's going to be stepping away here shortly, at least for a little bit. Obviously, we know he's stepping away because Jonathan's getting his own Superman title. But. So sorry to interrupt there. I was just about to do this.
No, that's fine.
It's okay. We forgive you. I'm hoping I win. Let's do this.
Okay, I'm going to show off the book again, and then we will run it, and then we'll get out of here or talk about anything else you guys want to talk about. So Berk Box is for the $9.99 channel members, which we have 19 of them, and I appreciate all of them. I'll show you the list here shortly. You're entered to win the monthly Berk Box. We got 10 books this month. We got crossover number 5, the Megan Hutchison 616 Comics exclusive Virgin cover. Spider-Man, Spider Shadow, number 1, Kyle Haas exclusive cover for the 616 Comics. Non-Stop Spider-Man, number 1, Lucio Carrillo exclusive for the 616. Batman, the Detective Cale New cover for the 616. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, number 1, the Gleason cover. Berserker, number 1. Which we've all enjoyed this series. This is a full cover. Justice League 59, I think he said it was a Jim Lee cover. Joker number 1. Mark Brooks. Harley Quinn number 1, Zerdy cover. And then Something to Steal and Soldier number 1, 8th print. So those are the 10 books. They're in this month's box. Good luck to everyone. I'll show up the list. We'll randomize it, and we'll see who wins. All right. Flash 6792, Tolt Fiction, Panda, Hoarder's Hide, Nick's Kicks and Comics, Dan Eckery, Selwyn, Cardboard Crazies, Small Town Collectibles, Jimmy the Don, Jonathan Michael, Remy Q, Jade Kuros, Slaughtered Up 503, DJ Links, Kidrona Prince, Deep Dive Comics, Comic Book Poser, Legion of Comics, Chip Getler. We had 19 channel members, and I have 19 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. Oh, 9 times.
Dang.
I see 9.
You always roll big.
Yeah. Here we go. What up, NWO Comics? Biggie Shack, how's it going? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the winner of the May Berk box is Nick's Kicks and Comics. Congrats, Nick, for winning this month's box. Hopefully you like the books. I think they're pretty cool. Again, it was 9 times. And we randomized it 9 times right here. And Nick's Kicks and Comics was the number one on the 8th and 9th randomizer, which is kind of crazy. So congrats to you, Nick, for winning this month's Berk box. Boom, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Why don't we go around and talk about what we got going on in our channels here coming up, and then we will get out of here. I know it's late for everyone. Ryan, you got what do you got coming up on your channel?
Oh crap.
Okay, I'll go first. How about that?
Sweet.
Me and Mark, we were supposed to do this video. We still need to do it. I have the list ready. I got the money ready for how much each one is worth. We need to do that here coming up very soon. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday. We'll figure it out. And then I got an unboxing I'm going to do. And then I'm thinking about doing a Q&A with the wife and having her answer some questions. Just her. We'll see how that goes. She probably won't want to. What's that?
That'd be fire.
That would be fire. So that's what I think I have coming up on my channel. Another investing video, all that stuff. Ryan, Cosmic Campfire New Guy, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I've been I don't know why, but I've been on a pretty daily schedule. I think 2 days I dropped shorts, but the other 5 days were full videos. And so there's a lot of stuff there, man. I just dropped a new comic book day video today. Tuesday I dropped an interview, and I can't even remember what all I dropped all the other days. So just go check there. What I want to tell you about, though, is I made a great video of some spec market stuff, and then I was like, nobody's going to sit here for 22 minutes while I talk about 2 books. So that got split up. So congratulations, guys. Now you're going to get 2 10-minute videos. And one of them is about something that there was some recent spec news on. The other video is actually going to be about a Grail, because I picked up a back issue from 1967. So I'm excited to show that off and
Nice.
talk to people about that one. I'm probably going to drop that one tomorrow, to be honest, because I keep wanting to post this book to social media and stuff, and I don't want to ruin the surprise within the video. So I kind of want to do the video tomorrow. That way I can start showing that off. And then the other one is about some recent news that hit. So keep in mind when I say spec news, New Guy doesn't do anything the same as everybody else. So these are going to be a little bit different. And then other than that, I'm going to be dropping at least one more, if not 2 interviews this week at some point. So over the next 4 days, I have 4 videos planned. So tune in.
Boom. You're going to go live tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. And live tomorrow afternoon. See, I can't even keep up. Live tomorrow afternoon, pre-week's end. I'm assuming, I haven't even asked him, but I'm assuming Mark's going to be able to show up for that one. If not, though, I'll just ramble. I'm good with that, too. So y'all tune in. I'll be there.
You're very good at rambling. It's an art. Amanda, what do you got there? What you got there, buddy?
And Sunday Mail Call and Hangout is back.
Ooh,
and it is back with the vengeance. So I've got all these to unbox. Plus, I just unboxed something that I got in the mail the other day. I'll let you guys know about that backstage and whatnot. But Sunday Mail Call and Hangout, that is going on Sunday. Sunday is Sunday, and then Sunday is going to be the Sunday of all the Sundays, and Sunday. So
Sunday.
Sunday.
And as always, kids' seats are only $5.
Oh man.
I like it. That is, yes, Panda is balling. That is a ton of stuff to unbox. I'm excited to watch it for sure. Mark, you look like
I have a package too. I don't know when I'm going to open that.
Oh, I hope it's not another Monkeys in Space, man.
I hope it is.
Oh, no.
You won't ever see us in the chat, ever. You'll just ignore us the whole
I
entire
mean,
time.
we might be in the chat, but we're not going to acknowledge our own presence in the chat.
Everybody just chat with themselves.
Right?
That's what we did. Despite our best efforts, that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott, if you think I can ramble, you should see me ramble in the chat while I'm watching a video where I am rambling.
And not addressing anybody else.
Mark, you look like you're about to fall asleep here. What do you got coming on your channel?
I'm going to go live early in the morning, about
some
7:30 Eastern. Yeah, there'll definitely be coffee there. And be hanging out with Tyler from Whack Comics and whoever else might pop in. And then 4:30 tomorrow, I'm going to be on the pre-weeks end thing on Ryan's channel. Then Saturday, new comic book day video drop. Sunday is at weeks end. Sunday after Panda Sunday. I do that. Spoiler filled look back at the week and everything.
Oh, on what day is that on again?
I think it's on Sunday. It'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then I don't know there.
Something else is happening on Sunday too that I'm going to be watching before week's end. I think after the mail call.
You about to talk about sports?
Good Lord. Let me go get my TV guide real quick.
Oh my God.
Isn't someone going to be on Rigged?
Yes, I am so sorry. On Sunday, after my Sunday mail call and hangout, you can find me going up against Nick's Kicks and Comics, my nemesis, and we are going to be on Rigged.
Yes.
Nice.
So you guys can see me lose.
That is such a fun time, man. It really is.
Yeah.
And
More than anything, man, I'm just really, looking forward to hanging out with Jason and Taylor Winder in the back. Like, those guys are just awesome. Love those guys.
Great dudes. And
there may be a chance that they'll ask you who created Batman that could or may not play to your favor depending on who you are.
Yeah. To make sure you have a commanding lead and never use your rig question, so that can't be held against you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what day is that on again, Payne?
It is on Sunday.
All right. Dave, you got some videos coming up on your channel soon?
Yeah, I did have my big AOK for my buddy Rayman.
Part 1 and part 2.
Part 1 and part 2. I do have some opening of DC Walmart packs. I did went to the store the other day and picked some up, so I'll drop that tomorrow morning. And I got another unboxing that came in the mail. I have to record and upload as well.
Slab? Is it slabby?
No, I think it's just a book. I don't think it's a slab.
Okay. Cool.
That's it.
Nice. Thanks, guys, for joining. We had a great time. Next week should be fun, too. I don't know what's coming up. We got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 7. I'm assuming we're going to have some other. I'm just going to look really quickly, and then we'll get out of here. I know Mark's about to fall asleep over here.
I'm wide awake.
You're wide awake? You're a morning person, so I get it. Let me pull this up here a second. Forever. Power Rangers number 9 comes out, we know for sure. And then there's also
The Flash.
Is it Flash?
Nightwing.
Is Nightwing coming out?
Yeah, Flash, Nightwing, Justice League, Wonder Girl.
Okay, yeah,
Dark Knight.
Wonder Girl.
The TMNT Splinter book with that beautiful bright pink cover. God.
Justice League 61 is coming out. Nightwing,
Ultra.
like you said, The Flash.
Ultra Mega, Immortal Hulk.
Best of TMNT Splinter.
With that beautiful pink cover.
Oh, yeah.
Radiant,
Yeah, Mark said
Radiant Black, number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Girl, like you guys said. Okay,
Oh,
all right.
I'm wide awake
Plenty of,
here.
plenty of good stuff to pick from, for sure. All right, thanks to everyone for hanging out. We had a great time. Thank you again to the Thursday Night Chat sponsor, comicbook_Preston at IG. Make sure you check him out. A link to his page is in the description of all of my videos. Get your comic books pressed for as little as $12 by using him, comicbook_Preston at IG. And use my promo code BERK54 to get free shipping back to you. Thank you also to the BerkBox channel sponsor who sponsored tonight's giveaway. The 616comics.com. Make sure you check them out for all of your exclusive variants and your comic book needs. The Power Rangers TMNT, Spider-Man, Venom, DC, all sorts of awesome variants. Make sure you check them out. Thank you also to channel members. In the family tier, we got Pulp Fiction, Adrian Payne Dawson 316, which is here with us, obviously. Scott Horderside, Nick's Kicks and Comics, who won tonight's giveaway. Dan Eckery, Selwyn Collectibles Lounge, Chris, Cardboard Crazies, Robert, Flash 6792, Deep Dive Comics, Dustin the Remy, Comic Book Poser, Jimmy the Don, Small Town Collectibles, Jonathan Michael, Jeremy, Remiku Studios, Jade Kuros, Chip Getler, Jason, Slaughter Up 503, Dan, DJ Links, Michael, Kadrana Prince, and Mark from Legion of Comics, who is obviously here with us. Thank you guys for being in the family tier. Thank you to new guy, Ryan, for being in the friend tier. Thanks, everyone, for coming on and hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's morphin' time.